Darfur, when you say Darfur, is my tribe name. Is Dar in Arabic is like the home, and For is my tribe. Darfur is my tribe. Before when I come, I have, like high pressure because I remember always what happened in Darfur. I lost many parents there. I lost, in a village, my cousin, a lot.
We leave Burma because my father is a freedom fighter. So it's probably more than 18 years that we are, trying to find where we could fit in and then feel like we're finally at home and in peace of mind.
أنا المشاكل بتاعت السودان معروف لدى كل الناس.
My dad says we left Sudan because he had issues with the government because we didn't feel safe in there.
Refugees have a story to tell. They've come from places that we only read about on the news. And it's amazing to see them and to see their kids and to see them laugh together and to see them hopefully feel some security. Hopefully this is what they hoped they would have.
So the International Rescue Committee is a nonprofit organization, humanitarian aid organization that provides relief to people abroad that are facing crisis. Here in Salt Lake City, we welcome around 500 refugees each year.
There are roughly 50,000 refugees currently living in the Salt Lake Valley. Salt Lake Valley has a population of just over 1 million, so that means about 5% of our population are recent refugees.
How can we help this population? In speaking with the Burundi women community, they told me, I said, what did you do when you were in Burundi or in the camps? And they told me, we farm, we grow gardens, we grow our own food. And immediately it just clicked in my head. So that's how the project got started.
Most refugees that come to Salt Lake come with a lifetime experience, intergenerational experience growing food for their family. And what we try to do with New Roots is bring that skill set to this completely foreign environment and say, hey, you know how to do this better than anyone else at this community garden. Why don't you show us how it's done?
Sadiq is really special to the New Roots program because he met a need of ours. We needed a farmer who would be able to teach us things, and he can. He's taught us about new vegetables. He's taught us about growing techniques. He came alone. He didn't have family in Salt Lake, and he lost a lot before he arrived, and I think that he needed a home. In all of his interactions on the farm, I've watched him be happy, I've watched him be sad, I've watched him come to the farm to celebrate things like his wife being pregnant with their 3rd child, and I've also seen him come to the farm to mourn. And I think that what's beautiful about him is that he's a meticulous farmer, he has so much potential, but it's also an understanding that we have a mutually beneficial relationship.
My father was farmer. He helped me until I finished high school and I go to university, and then so he helped me a lot. I can't forget it. It's my life. Yeah.
This one called mashi. It made out like we used rice and carrots and meat and the sweet pepper. It's my favorite because I know how to make it.
What struck me about Ahmed and Thureya since they arrived is their eagerness. They asked me for a garden during cultural orientation, their first month in the United States. My whole team and I, we all feel a lot of confidence in them because of their skill, but also because of their unbelievable positivity.
So this is my first time in the farm stand, and it's going really good, and we're kind of confident. Like, we know that everything is good, and yeah, and they're delicious too. I test them.
So my name is Lucy. My real name, like my Chin name, is GLP Philip, and our company name is called Family Fresh Sushi. My husband run it. Food is really important because like if we're eating right here like all the time hamburger or mashed potatoes, that is not what Chin is, you know. So it's kind of like practicing our culture too while we're eating, you know. We're eating like Chin food, okay. And then when friends come over, okay, this is Chin food, have some of our Chin food, you know, not a mashed potato.
I met Lucy when I started volunteering with New Roots before the program was even fully formed in 2010, and she was 7 months pregnant. And she was out there working on the farm in the hot sun, doing hard work with this big old belly. And then when she came back in the spring the next year, she had her daughter Sherilyn just wrapped up on her back, and she was just going back at it, working really, really hard. And I think that describes her entire relationship with the farm. And she has really inherent business sense, which I think is going to get her really, really a long way.
My name is Ethan LePay. I'm the owner and chef here at Cafe Niche in Salt Lake City. Lucy dropped off some wonderful beets. They're growing some really interesting types of varieties, and the fact is that the nutrients, the quality, the taste, everything deteriorates over time, and the fact that we can get something in and get it cooked immediately showcases in a way I think that's more true to what the product is meant to taste like.
What I see every single day is people who are so resilient. They're not just struggling to get by or sitting in their homes feeling sad that they're here. They're coming to me and saying, I want a garden. How can I make that happen? These are people that have faced enormous challenges, and we could talk about those all day, but what it really boils down to is that they are looking for new opportunities. They're grabbing every new opportunity. They're looking towards bright futures, and they're excited about them, so how could we not be?